Hi, and if you've been following along with the blog posts from the last couple of days, you'll know that we've been talking about ProductDyno. And I wanted to revisit ProductDyno for you in order to dispel a few misconceptions that are out there about the tool. See, I use it every single day in my business, and I wouldn't want to use anything else now. It really is that good. And it saved me a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of stress. So today, what I thought we would do is I've had a few people just get back to me on emails and basically asking me one or two questions. So I thought that I'd do a Q&A session today, and so that's what we'll do. And let's investigate some of the things that you want to know about ProductDyno. Well, the first question was emailed me by more than one person was, how easy is ProductDyno to set up? Now, if you compare it to if you're using WordPress, for example, what I used to have to do with WordPress was, first of all, install a new WordPress site. And, that's a pain because you install it and then you've got to put on your suite of plugins. So it takes a while to actually get those all up and running. Then you need some security on there, and one or two other plugins. I use one for getting rid of comments. I use one for security, obviously. I use one for forcing SSL on across the site. And so, you have to put those on and activate them and all the rest of it. Then you needed to put a page builder on there. So something like InstaBuilder 2 to make the landing pages and the thank you pages and everything. And then finally, you had to choose which plugin you were going to use to make the site, to make the membership site work. And all of that took a long time. And also, you had to make compromises and you had to do workarounds in order to, you had to really think, well, I did anyway, I had to really think about which plugin I was going to use according to how I wanted the product delivered and which payment platforms I was going to use. So compare that with ProductDyno. ProductDyno, you can get a product set up in just a few clicks. And let's demonstrate that. So let's go over to products here. This is my account here. So I'm going to create a product. And first of all, you've got an option box. There's the wizard, advanced, or white label product. White label product is something that if you've bought one of their products that they sell, they've got done for you products that you can plug into it and you can buy those off of them. But there's the wizard and advanced. Both of these are easy. Right, so if I click the wizard, I'm going to give a name to this, so I'm going to call it demo. And I'm going to continue, and then choose a subdomain. They give you one there, which is gobbledygook, and I'm just going to continue with that. It can be changed at any time. Now, is this a paid product, a public access product, or a free access product? Now, this is something which I got another question about, actually. Can you put a free product on ProductDyno? Well, yes, you can. A free product means that instead of linking to a payment processor, you would send people to a registration form. So they would fill in the form themselves, and they would then have access to that product. So it's like a freemium version of a membership site then. You can use it in that way. And of course you can have ProductDyno linked, that product linked with your Aweber, GetResponse, ConvertKit, whatever autoresponder you use to put those people onto your list. So that's free access, okay? And they'd have to register and then log in to see the content afterwards. There's also something called public access, and that is if you want something up there and you want to use the ProductDyno system for delivery. So basically the different page options that they have, you saw in yesterday's video some of those, then you could do that, and you can set it to public access so anybody can come and look at it. They don't have to register, they don't have to log in, it's just open on the net. And then there's paid access, and that's the one we're going to choose. Now, do you want to host the product content on ProductDyno? Okay, that's in their internal pages, or on your own website. And we touched upon this yesterday. You can, and this kind of blows away people's criticism of there's not that many templates in ProductDyno, because you don't have to use them. You can make your own template up in whatever page builder you want, whether it be InstaBuilder 2, whether it be ClickFunnels, whether it be Converttree, which is the one I would use. It doesn't matter, because you can protect external content. So I'm going to keep it on ProductDyno. You can upload a logo for your product, and you could do that later. And then click that, and we have our product set up, right? And now we've got to just go through some of the things here to make it live. So first of all, this is where we choose. We can change this, of course. Everything can be changed. We can enable a custom domain. We can change this subdomain into something that we want to put up there, and that'll change all of these URLs as well. We can use external content by putting the page number in there and then copying this protection code, as I showed you yesterday. So we can manage the domain and access in there. The first thing I tend to do is to go over here to customize, and I like to look at the different themes here. We have this is the default theme, the old theme here, and then you've got signature. This is a great theme here for, it's called VidFi. It's a great one for like a knowledge base, or if you've got a support desk and you want to put a knowledge base before people ask for support, then you can make this. And in fact, ProductDyno actually use this for their own knowledge base. So you can have all your categories. I don't know if you can see that very well. If I hover over it, you won't see it at all. But each one of them has like a category, and then a list of videos underneath it, or a list of posts underneath it. It doesn't have to be videos, but it's made mostly for videos. And then you've got these two, which I really like. It's Teach Pro, and the one I like is the Academy, because that kind of emulates that lovely ClickFunnels video course delivery system. So I kind of choose these two. I have used these two as well. So let's choose that. And then you've got all these settings, so you can make that look as you want it to look. Okay, so you've got theme colors here, all the different. You can make it, all the different colors on here, all the link colors and everything else. You can change. You can put. This is the background color and banner for the login page and the page where people request a new password. You can customize the header. You can put global header text in here. You can put header links, okay, and you can put icons in there. So you can make it so as you've got things like, for example, your support desk is linked from the header, and you can put like a support icon in there. The sidebar, you can put banners in there. You can put a profile, your profile in here, or you can remove it, and that could be like it will say your teacher for this is, and your name and your picture, and you can put your profile intro, so why should they listen to you, and then you can put banners down the side. Okay, you can put 3 banners down in the sidebar there, which can advertise other products. It can be resources, downloads, or whatever. And then, of course, you can make the footer your own, and you put links in the footer, and you can put some footer text in there. For example, if you want to put some disclaimer text or anything like that. So we can design this the way we want. And translations, that basically means that, things like sections and subsections, you can rename them into something like modules or something like that. That's up to you. All of the language that's used, this is not translation into a foreign language. This is translation for all of the different things that all the different things, all the names for different things. Okay, so supported files you can call something else. The next section you can call it something else. Logout, you can call it something else if you want. My account, you can call it something else. And you just, you can put anything in here that you want to put in. So I hope I covered that. Emails, so you can make the email, the welcome email that people get. You put your name here. You can alter the text in here as you want to. Then there's the reset password email. Expiring soon. This is a good one. If you've got a product that that expires, okay, so if they buy 1 year access or something for support, for example, some people have support now as a separate thing to the product. So people buy the product and it comes with 1 year of support. And if they want to keep up the support on the product, then they have to pay again. And this is if the support is expiring, this sends out an email when it's expiring, and then obviously if they don't renew their support, then this email goes out to tell them that the access to the report, so that has been revoked. You can put a legal checkbox in there so they can indicate that they agree to your terms of service. Drip content. Okay, so this is a message that people, if you choose to show drip content, you can choose to show it or not. So you can, if you've got content that's coming, you can choose to show that content or show the link for that content so they can see that there's content coming, or not show the link. If you show the link and it's not yet available to them, then when they try and click it, this message, whatever you decide to put in here, and there's a placeholder there that will put the date in when it will be available. Okay, so that's optional. You can do that. On the one site that I use drip content, I don't actually show the drip coming. Okay, so that's there. And then you've got custom codes. So you can put all sorts of custom codes and CSS codes in there. That's basically, you can put anything in there that you want. So let's go back. So I'd customize it there. Then of course the content, and they put some basic content in there already. So if we go down here, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll add me as a member. Okay, so we'll add a member in here, and we'll say, let's just put my normal email address in. I'll get an email now, but if I log in as me now, we'll see that there is some content, placeholder content in there already. And you'll see that's where my logo would be. This is the header. The footer's not done. And here you'll see, if I click that, then you've got the expanding accordion there with all the subsections. And then it shows you... So you can see how it's going to look already. So we've got the product actually set up already. All we've got to do now is to put our own content in there. So how do we do that? Well, if we add a section, and we call it demo again. We won't bother with the description for ease of use. So here's demo, and if we manage content, right, now we can add an element on here. So we can add text. So we're going to say something like welcome, and then we can put this in here. So it is put that in there, so their name will come here. We can make this a header, and we save it, and that's live already, it's published. Then we can add an image, a video, add our own code. So if you've got any software code or anything like that, if you're using Sarset or something like that, you can add your code. Or if you've got like ad block code or something like that, you can put that in there. You could also add in there, if you want to see if people are actually firing this or actually going in to look at your course, you can put a tracking code in there if you wanted to. Just drop that into here. Like I say, let's just add a video, and it asks you for the video URL, YouTube video, or any other, or you can upload. You need to connect a hosting account to do that, and you just drop that would just drop the video in there. You don't have to save anything, and then your drip settings are here. You can enable drip content or not, and supporting any supporting files like a downloaded PDF or something that's a checklist or something that supports the content. You can add them in here. So adding content is really easy, right? And if you go and you can add a subsection, you can do all sorts of things here. You can edit it. You can do anything you like. You add a subsection here, and we call it 1, and you'll see that there it is. And obviously you can move all of these wherever you want to, so as they appear on the page. So if we now refresh this, you'll see that we now have this here, and that's all we put in, wasn't it? Just my name. Okay, so the next thing that we would need to do would be, once we've got all our content set up and we've got ourselves as a member so we can test, the other thing we're going to do now is payment gateways. Okay, so you add a payment gateway to it, and you see you've got JVZoo, ClickBank, Warrior Plus, Warrior Forum, Gumroad, Pay, Kickstart, Paddle, Samcart, Thrivehot, Zaxos, Stripe, Payback, and Vertree. You can choose any of those. You can enable them to expire as well. Okay, so you can title the gateways because you can have multiple. Okay, and depending on which you choose, there are different ways to set it up, and it's all very, very simple. It works very, very easily, and it takes seconds. Okay, so once you've set up your payment gateway, if you want to then add some integrations in there, for example, if you want to connect a service like Aweber for marketing or GateResponse or something like that, then you connect it here. Like I said before, I tend to connect mine at the shopping cart level, but you can select it here if you want to. Transactional emails, you're using ProductDyno SMTP, but if you don't want to do that, you can. I've got some of these that I've already set up. So I've got SendGrid and Postmark, and these are just variants of those. So I can use that, or I can add it with my own server SMTP as well. Video files and hosting, I've got my Amazon S3 account integrated, and you do that, and so then it would automatically upload them to your S3 account and encrypt them as well. And then webhooks, you can add webhooks. So if for example I was using Provely, I could put in there my Provely webhook and just test it with this, and it would be it would send over to Provely the names of people, not the full name because of data regulations, but the name of people that have bought the product. The other use for this is if you've got something like Integromat or Zapier, you can create a webhook in there, and that can do things, right? So, you can have people removed from something or added to something. You can do lots and lots of things using webhooks these days, and it's simple to use with ProductDyno. Okay, so that's it. We've set a product up. That's how easy it is. So let's move on to the next question. And the other question I got was, what are collections? I mentioned collections in a previous, I think it was yesterday, and somebody said, what are collections? And that's really good, because collections are collections of products. So, for example, if you've got a product and you've got a couple of upsells on that product, for example, if we look at collections for my last product that I brought out, which is Online Funnel Mastery, this is the collection. You see, this is very familiar. On the collection, you customize everything at the collection level, and then you add the products in. And you can see here are the products. That's the front end product, the software, which is part of the front end product, and then the bonuses here, and that's a bonus product, so people, you can add that in without needing a payment link. And then you've got the upsells here, Okay, so all the products are in this collection. That means that when somebody buys this product from Thrivecard or from Warrior Plus or ClickBank or wherever I've got it listed, if they buy the front end product, they will buy they will get access to just that product. They'll get their welcome email with their name and their username and password. And if they buy the upsell, it automatically adds them access in that collection. So with the same login details in the same area, they will get access to whichever products they have purchased, which is great. This really works well because they don't then have to log in twice to get the different products. And the other cool thing is that you can choose to display the products that they haven't purchased. So and you'll see that it asks you to put in a payment link, okay, for that product, a payment page, and you can show it to the non-buyer. You don't have to. You can toggle this on or off, but you can show these to the non-buyer. So if somebody just buys the front end product and they go into the members area and they're consuming that product, they have the opportunity to go and upgrade again. Because the access button will be there. It will just say, instead of access here, it will say buy now. So they can go click on there and go back to the sales page and maybe repeat purchase. And I get a few purchases because I tag the pages where these purchases come from. I can see that there are purchases that are from people that are purchasing from within the members area. So it does work. It is a good system. So that's collections. Does the payment ever fail? That was a question one or two people asked me. Basically, I think what they're asking is, how robust is this system? If people buy something on different platforms, does it always work? And my experience is absolutely yes. I haven't seen it fall over. I haven't seen anybody not being made a member when they've purchased. Occasionally, if somebody else asked, what are the glitches? What are the things that go wrong with the system? Well, there's one glitch, and it's not really ProductDyno's fault. It's to do with email sending. And as you saw, I tend to use SendGrid or Postmark to send my emails. And the reason I do that is that they've got very, very good delivery reputation. And like SendGrid, for example, is the go-to tool for transactional emails for most people. So I tend to use those because there's a much higher chance of them landing in the proper place. However, and this seems to be disproportionately applicable to people using Hotmail and AOL for some reason, occasionally people will not get the email. It's blocked at some level, either at server level, or it arrives in their spam box. So if I ever get support tickets, it's usually because they haven't received the email. And I would say in about 80% of the people that haven't received the email, when I say go check your spam folder, they find it there. And the 20%, for some reason, Hotmail or whatever has blocked that email from going through. It may be that they've had a problem with people complaining about emails coming from SendGrid before now, and who knows, that could be the reason. But I always find, and this is a lesson here, guys, if you're gonna be in business, right? If you're gonna use a business email, don't be using Gmail and Hotmail and Yahoo. That is so unprofessional. If you're in this business, you've got a domain. Use a proper domain email address. Admin, or better still, your name at yourdomain.com. If you use admin or info, often you're not. You get problems with that as well, because they're called I can't remember what they're called, professional emails or something, and you don't always get added where you should be added. But if you've got your name at, and then your domain name, then that works so much better. It really does, and it's more professional too. Okay, so only sometimes are does the email not get through, and it's not really a ProductDyno issue. I have used ProductDyno's own SMTP, and that works well as well. The only reason I moved to SendGrid and Postmark is when I thought if I'm doing a little mini launch and there's going to be quite a few emails going out all at the same time, I didn't know what ProductDyno's delivery system was like, so I decided to use a third party. But it's up to you. You don't have to use a third party transactional email system if you don't want to. So hopefully then, I'm going to cut this short now because I've been rambling on. Hopefully you've seen a little bit more about how easy ProductDyno is to use. It works absolutely flawlessly, in my opinion, with all the platforms I use, and I've used it with JVZoo, I've used it with Warrior Plus, I've used it with Thrivecart, and I've used it with ClickBank. And it works absolutely perfectly with all of those. If people cancel a recurring payment, then they get denied access. If people refund, they get denied access. So it does all that for me. I don't have to go in and seek people out and remove them. That all happens as well. And I've tested it, and they do actually get revoked access, which is great, because that's one of the things that is very hit and miss with most WordPress plugins out there. So it's a very robust system. And the amazing thing is, with the current deal that's on at the moment, and I don't know how long this will last, so if you're looking at this blog post in a year's time, I don't know whether the deal will still be around then or whether there will be a deal at all. But at the moment, you can get unlimited products, unlimited members, unlimited collections, pretty much everything unlimited in your ProductDyno account for half price. And this means that you're talking, to get all of this power, you're talking less than $10 a month. Less than $10 a month. Okay, probably about $8 a month, something like that, to get all of this power. Now that is an absolute bargain. But once you've bought your year license, if you want to, there is an option to upgrade to a lifetime license. Now it's not cheap, and basically it's you need to know that you're going to be using ProductDyno for at least 3 or 4 years in order to make it a good deal. If not, then $8 a month ain't a lot to get all of this power. So whichever way you choose, I mean, it all depends on your budget, all depends on how forward you're looking. If you want the lifetime deal, then it is there as a choice when you purchase a year license. The year license, as I've mentioned, you can get for half price by putting the coupon code in the checkout page. So just below this video there'll be a link, a button to go over to the sales page. If you click onto the checkout page, I think the coupon code at the moment is expert. If you add that into the coupon field on the checkout page, you'll see the price half. Okay, and you also get all of the really juicy bonuses, and there are some really good bonuses that they've added in for ProductDyno on this deal. So I would take advantage of it while it's here, because when you start using this, it will be the best $8 you spend every month. Okay, we're talking about $2 a week to protect everything, to deliver everything in a professional, robust way. So it takes away all the headaches, all the guesswork, all the fiddling about with WordPress to the end of the day. It makes it easy, and it's robust, and it simply works. Okay, so with that, I'm going to sign off. I hope that this mini little series about ProductDyno has been useful to you. Again, if you've got any questions, you can add them in the comments below, or you can email me by sending replying to the email that I sent you about this blog post. Okay, so with that, grab hold of it, enjoy it, have fun with it, and remove all the stress from your life with it. And thanks for watching.